You ever wonder why some people keep winning while others stay stuck in the same place for years? Why one guy takes the same 24 hours we all have and builds something massive while another guy wastes it away, scrolling, complaining, waiting for a miracle? Here's the truth. Nobody wants to tell you. Nobody cares about your problems. Nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody cares that you had a rough childhood, that you've been unlucky, or that life hasn't been fair. The world doesn't pause because you're in pain. It doesn't slow down because you feel like quitting. And that's the brutal, uncomfortable, but liberating truth. Because if nobody cares, then it's all on you. That means you've got all the power. The excuses, they might feel good in the moment, but they don't build your future. They don't pay your bills. They don't make you stronger. They don't change anything. So here's the question. Are you going to keep hiding behind them, or are you going to do something about it? You know what the biggest problem is with most people? They think somebody out there cares about their excuses. They think the world is waiting, listening, ready to pat them on the back for trying, ready to hand them a break because life was tough. Let me tell you something straight. Nobody cares. Nobody is sitting around hoping you succeed more than you do. Nobody is going to fix your problems for you. Nobody is coming to pull you out of the hole you dug yourself into. The world does not slow down for your struggles. It doesn't pause for your pain, and it definitely doesn't reward you for excuses. And I get it, excuses feel good in the moment. They give you this little safety blanket to hide behind. I'm tired, I didn't grow up with opportunities, I don't have the right connections, I'll start when things calm down. All that might sound reasonable in your head, but here's the problem. Life doesn't care. The results don't care. The game doesn't care about your reasons. It only cares about what you actually do. Think about it. You didn't get that promotion? Fine. Someone else worked harder, stayed longer, delivered more. You're not in shape? Fine. Someone else showed up to the gym when you stayed on the couch. Your business isn't working. Someone else put in twice the hours, studied harder, pushed through failure instead of using it as a reason to stop. The scoreboard doesn't list excuses, it lists results. Every person you admire, every name you look up to, every story that inspires you, none of those people got there because they had perfect circumstances. They got there because they refused to quit. They got there because when life smacked them in the mouth, they didn't go crying about how unfair it was. They stood back up, they kept grinding, they worked harder than everyone else around them. The crazy part is, once you understand that nobody cares, it's actually freeing. Because if nobody cares about your excuses, then you can stop wasting your energy telling people about them. You can stop trying to get sympathy. Sympathy doesn't change your life. Action does. When you stop looking for people to feel sorry for you, you start realizing that the only thing that matters is what you're doing right now, what you're building today, what effort you're putting in while everyone else is looking for shortcuts. Here's the cold reality. The world is harsh. It doesn't care if you didn't get enough sleep. It doesn't care if your boss doesn't like you. It doesn't care if your family doesn't support you. The world keeps moving whether you're ready or not. And the people who succeed are the ones who decide, all right, nobody cares, so it's on me. I've got to do something about it. Think about a fighter in the ring. When that bell rings, nobody cares that he's injured. Nobody cares that he had a bad training camp or that he didn't feel like getting up that morning. All the audience sees is the fight. All that matters is who's prepared, who shows up, and who refuses to quit. That's life. Your job is the fight, your business is the fight, your health, your relationships, your goals, they're all fights. And nobody cares about how tired you are. They care about whether or not you deliver. Now, some people will hear this and get offended. They'll say, but you don't understand my struggles. You don't know how hard my life has been. You're right, I don't. And guess what? The world doesn't either. That's the whole point. Everyone is carrying something heavy. Everyone has scars. Some of the most successful people you know went through things you couldn't even imagine. Trauma, poverty, rejection, failure, loss. The difference is they didn't let it stop them. They didn't sit around expecting people to feel sorry for them. They used that pain as fuel. They used it as a reason to go harder. So when you catch yourself falling into that trap, the why me mindset, the pity party, the endless cycle of blaming and complaining, you've got to wake yourself up. Stop rehearsing your excuses like they're going to get you anywhere. Start rehearsing action. Start rehearsing effort. Start showing up. You don't have to feel good about it. You don't have to enjoy it. You just have to do it. Because here's the brutal truth. Nobody's keeping score of your excuses. You're not going to look back on your life proud of all the reasons you didn't go after something. You're not going to sit there at the end and say, man, I'm glad I played it safe. I'm glad I justified every failure with a good excuse. No, that's regret. And regret is poison. Regret is knowing you could have done more but didn't because you were too busy telling yourself why you couldn't. The good news is you don't have to stay stuck there. You can flip it right now. You can stop caring about who's watching, who's judging, who's paying attention, and just outwork everybody. The only competition that matters is the version of you that wasted yesterday. Beat that guy, outwork that person. That's how you build momentum. That's how you earn respect. Not by talking, not by making excuses, but by showing up when it's hard, when it's ugly, when it's not fun. So the next time you're tempted to say, I can't because, I want you to catch yourself. Stop and replace it with, I will, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares about your excuses. They only care about the results you produce. And the only way to produce them is to work harder. So here's the bottom line. Life doesn't owe you anything. Nobody's going to hand you success just because you want it. Nobody's going to respect your excuses, and nobody's going to wait for you to get ready. This world only responds to effort, to consistency, to that relentless decision to keep going when every part of you wants to stop. You've got two choices. You can sit there, cling to your excuses, and watch the clock run out on your life, or you can stand up, take ownership, and start pushing forward no matter how unfair, how uncomfortable, or how exhausting it gets. Because when it's all said and done, your excuses won't build anything. They won't pay your bills, they won't change your body, they won't create the life you dream of. Only hard work will. So stop waiting for someone to care. Stop hoping for someone to save you. Nobody's coming. And that's the best news you could ever hear, because it means it's all on you. Your life, your results, your future, it's in your hands. And the only way you're going to get there is simple. Work harder. Always work harder.